Hey everyone, getting an educational video out today. What I wanted to talk about was stem cells, my take on stem cells, and if you should use stem cells. So here we go. So recently there's been a lot of press, there's been a lot of miracle cures, miracle fixes out there, especially regarding stem cell treatment. And I just want to talk a little bit more about that and the idea of stem cells. So there's a lot of back and forth information going out there on the internet. You know, there's some athletes that did it, they swear by it, and a lot of people are doing stem cell treatments. The thing about stem cell treatments are they range anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 up to $20,000. So that's a big chunk of change. The problem what's happening is they are over promising what they're able to do and what they're able to deliver. And the doctors are overselling this as well. So the idea of stem cells sounds really great. You know, you have an injury in an area, say you have some degeneration in your knee, your neck, your shoulder, everything like that. What they're telling you is they're going to get in there, they're going to take some stem cells, they're going to spin them around, they're going to go back in, inject that area, and magically everything is going to be back to good as normal. That's not the case. A lot of times what happens over time is a lot of people get injuries without any actual trauma in there, and we get that from bad postures, over exercise, bad diet, just overall dysfunction across the board. And our tissue gets really bad, and our tissue actually develops a lot of scar tissue. That scar tissue ends up making that muscle weaker and more flexible. So that's what actually caused all that degeneration in the first place. So the stem cell doctors, the stem cell researchers should go, we're going to get in there, inject that, and it's going to magically fix everything. And then they go, hey, it worked for some really high-end athletes like Bryant. Take a look at yourself in the mirror, take a look at me. Unfortunately, we're not high-end athletes. We're not professional athletes. There's a lot of other factors that go into those athletes. And I think that stem cells have their place. I think it's a good conjunction treatment. Something on the back end, once you get in there, get all the tissue cleaned up, get things functioning better, get things moving better, I think that last 10 to 15% of that degeneration or that dysfunction can really benefit from some stem cells. But if you're using stem cells as your first go-to, you're actually being short-sighted, and a lot of these doctors are becoming very entrepreneurial with them. And what they're doing is they're selling a lot of false claims. One thing that we see is a lot of doctors are out there giving seminars of these magic fixes, everything across the board. The problem is if your injury doesn't have a time component adjusted with it to get you to where you need to go, it's not actually going to fix your problem. So they're playing on a lot of people's ideas of instant gratification, getting better right away. And sure, that sounds awesome. You're going to get these injections, you're going to be good to go, you're not going to have to do anything, and you get right back into your activity or whatever you're doing. That all sounds great, but so do rainbows and unicorns and leprechauns. But we all know that doesn't exist. So ask questions before you do it. Do your research and understand there are no quick fixes out there. There's no quick results for anything. It's going to take time, and it needs to be done in conjunction. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing stem cells, but I think that they are getting overprescribed, overpromised, and they're under-delivering. If you've had any experience with stem cells, please feel free to share it. Ask us any questions, or if you're considering it, send us a message and let us know what you're thinking. And all I ever want is people to be informed with their injuries and their pain. And before you go and spend $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on something that's going to fix all your problems without any real time or effort, do your homework, do your research, and figure out what's really going on. Thanks for watching.